In this video, I'm going to be sharing tips on things you should consider if you're planning to go into content creation this month, this week, this year, as soon as possible, or if you've just been holding back for whatever reason at all. I am Faith Adelakun. I'm a mother, a wife, and a firm believer in Jesus Christ. I have been doing content creation for about a year and a half, basically around less than 2 years, really. And I've learned a few things that I would like to share with you and encourage you to go into content creation as well, because it is such a great um lifestyle. I would say that. Yeah. So tip number one, I'm trying to be fast because my toddler has been opening this door and coming in back and forth, and I've been trying to do this video since like 10 a.m. But now we're here, right? So point number one is this one. Everybody says it really is to start with what you have. This is actually true. Like going back now and thinking like why I was holding back when why I was holding back before starting when I did. I was like, I could have started earlier, right? And what I had could have actually worked. Like with the knowledge I have now, what you have can always be enough, right? If you keep waiting and longing for like, oh, you want to buy this gadget, that gadget, you just keep prolonging the day you start, because the way it works is like the earlier you start, the faster you grow. Like you learn on the job. It's like marriage. Content creation is like marriage. You learn on the job. Like you have to actually start it. You have to actually enter into it to be able to learn from it and understand yourself as a content creator and what would work best for you. So now this thing about starting with what you have, like even to the point of maybe even borrowing somebody's phone for a day, like you just binge record for a day, right? And then also it's not compulsory you post every day. So if you want to post one video per week, like those things are, it's just really easy. It just makes sense to like structure a schedule that would work for your situation, your condition, your whatever it is your life is, wherever it is your life is at the moment, right? Okay, so the next one is, yeah, I think I've even gone into this, like you learn on the job. Yeah, I've said it. So that's point two. So I've said that already. You learn on the job. So you have to start as soon as possible. Don't say you want to learn all these things before you start. And the good thing about starting whenever it is you start is that at the beginning, nobody is really seeing the content, which makes it better for you because you're slowly building yourself up and putting the content out there, and you're getting better by each post, right? So the more you post, the better you get. And by the time people start realizing you are, by the time people start recognizing you and finding your content, you've already grown, right? Okay, so the next point I have here is the people who know you don't really care like you think they do, right? Guess what? They might not start watching until they start hearing about your content from outside, and that's perfectly okay. That even gives you room to be free and be yourself, and you don't have to be shy thinking, oh, my mom is watching this or my sister is watching this. Guess what? No, I'm not shady, I'm not angry, or I'm not vexed, but like they actually aren't, at least not at the very beginning, right? Maybe they can watch the first video, or just maybe, like maybe you might even have to beg them, right? But right, nobody really cares. And when I say nobody really cares, it's not like they don't want you to do it, care, but like do what you want to do is what I mean. Like they want you to do it. So like just do it, right? That's what I mean, right? Okay, and then the next point is audio quality is by far more important than video quality. Trust me. If this video is the way this video is now, if you can't hear what I'm saying, you will not watch it. Like if your video is even like Mr. Beast and you can't hear the audio, you can't hear anything, you will not watch it, right? So audio is more important than you think. So if you're like, oh, you want to save for a gadget or you want to buy something, and let me just advise you, the most important gadget you can buy on the first purchase is a good microphone, right? There are good ones that can work really well, maybe 15K, that's Nigerian naira or whatever. But like they're good ones. They're even cheaper than that can work like if you want the phone to be afar off and then you want to record like I'm doing with the camera and this microphone here, right? Okay, so yeah. First gear you should always save towards buying is a microphone, not a better phone. I like where I wrote that there. I should have said that at the beginning. Anyways, yeah. So there's always ways to work around the phone if the camera is faulty. Like there's just always ways. You can add more light, you can shoot by the window, you can borrow somebody's phone, but like the audio has to be perfect, not really close to perfect, right? So yeah, next one is, this one is really important, is to choose the best app for you. To choose the best app for you. Now, when I say the best app, like, all the social media apps, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, there's Twitch and all, there's so many, right? Apparently LinkedIn, people do things there. I'm not there yet, right? Scroll through each application, each app, and study the kind of content that are doing well on those apps. Now, YouTube as well. YouTube is for people that want to learn. YouTube is for people that are intentional about their time, about their content. YouTube is not like TikTok and Instagram where uh they're feeding you the content. No, with YouTube, you go there because you're actually looking for something, right? She's coming again. So like with YouTube, you are in, you're choosing your content basically. Hi Daphna, how can I help you? Have you finished your cake? Do you want more cake? Yes. Okay, let's get more cake. Okay, yeah. So where was I? Yeah, to choose the best app for you. So basically, just study all the apps and see what works best for you. Personally, I love and prefer YouTube. YouTube is my space. YouTube is like, I post way more content on YouTube than any other platform. But I have to post on the other platforms because people are there most times, right? So I choose out of my YouTube content and post a few of them on other platforms. That's on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram. So I just know the one that would really work for all these platforms, and yeah, I choose. I don't post everything I post on YouTube on all the other platforms. Next tip I have is to binge record, batch create content. And I mean, like, apart from doing it on a regular basis, if you know that you want to start content creation, right? Before you post your first video, make sure that you have this is just what I did, and I'm glad I did it. And then, like, whenever I take a break and I want to come back again, this is what I do, and it really helps me to just like balance again, right? So before you post your before you post your first video, make sure you already have at least 3 to 5 videos recorded, maybe not edited, but if you can edit, it's fine, right? So just already have like 3 to 5 videos down, right? So that for the first 5 posts, you are not stressed, right? So like you're just focused on posting, right? And then you can now record more in advance to like level up and stuff like that, right? So basically, if you want to post, maybe some people do this challenge of 30 videos to start with, so like one per day for 1 month or something. So you already have 5 videos for the first 5 days, right? So if worst comes to us, maybe there's a something that shall happens in between the first 5 days that cannot let you record, you you shall be able to squeeze out time to record for day 6 or day 7 or day 8, right? I think I've explained that well. So basically, batch create so that when you start posting, you're not mentally stressed, and you can just take things at your own pace. And then you're not, so now the first 5 days you're not recording, right? So you can record video for day 7, for day 6 on day 1, and then video for day 8 on day 2, and so on and so forth. That's what I did when I initially started. I started with the 30-day challenge thing, and yeah, I already had like 5 or 7 videos at that time. All right, the next one that I have here is to write down every idea that crosses your mind, because you will forget. You will forget. You will forget. Trust me. You think you would remember. You think your mind is sharp now. Even if you remember, you might not remember it the way it dropped into your spirit. You might not remember the way it dropped into your spirit. So write it down, no matter where no matter where you are. So like on my notepad, I have like YouTube, I have Instagram, like I have the different apps and like the ideas that will work for it, right? So as soon as the idea pops in your mind, get your phone and write it down. I say I choose phone because you will always find it in a notepad. It's very easy to forget the book you wrote it in if you don't have one book for all the ideas. And then pages, like you can't search your handwritten notes, like, but on the phone you can just search a keyword. Maybe the idea that dropped in your head was cooking chicken on the sky or something. If you don't remember everything else about it, and you remember, it had something to do with sky, just type in sky on the phone and you find the notes. But like in your book, you might not, and you might even be in a situation where your handwriting is not fine. That has happened to me before, right? You might be in a situation where your handwriting is just not giving at the point in time. Maybe you're washing dishes or whatever it is you're doing, right? And you just can't even read the idea anymore. That is always so funny. Or you can record voice notes, but then the issue with voice notes as well is if you don't name it properly, you might not find it again. That happens as well. All right. So the next thing I would say is be intentional with the content you consume. Don't let the content choose you. As a content creator, it's very easy to spend more time consuming content than creating. Oh, it happens because you might be like, oh, I'm trying to learn from other people as well, but it can eat into your time. This is something I'm getting better with and I'm still really working on. But I do learn a lot from the content, but like this time I can use it to create my own content as well or edit my own video and so on and so forth, right? So try as much as possible to be intentional with your time you spend on consuming content and the kind of content you consume. If you really want to relax and chill and watch content, go and choose your own video. Maybe watch a YouTube video on something, watch something exciting. Maybe you can even watch a movie. I even prefer to sit and watch a movie than to spend hours scrolling through Reels and Instagram personally, right? Or a good series like a doctor series, one of those things that you learn, something educative, right? Okay, so next thing I would say is don't aim too high. Be realistic with your goals. Do what works best for you. For example, I really want to produce videos that are like Mr. Beast and like content that gets high views. Like I already even know what to do. But the time to do it, the assistance, the help I need to be able to achieve that, I currently don't have it and I currently can't do it. I currently can't meet up to that standard. So instead of myself and trying so hard to do that and get the videos to that level, I'd rather just do what I can for now and be consistent with posting than trying to reach a certain standard that because I'm now a mother, I'm a wife, I'm an entrepreneur trying to push my brand, there's just so much I can actually manage properly altogether, right? So that like I just can't. Like there might be people that are stronger than me, I can do it and can do it all, but personally I just can't, right? So know yourself, know what you can really like, set realistic goals and realistic standards for your quality, for the quality of your content, the quality of your video, type of videos you want to be putting out there, the niche as well. If you feel like you'd rather niche down than niche up or be niche out, then do that, right? So just make sure that you are you're not burnt out, you're not overwhelmed, you're not doing too much, you're not doing more than you can handle. If it's one video per week, you can drop, that's fine. If it's one video every 2 weeks, that's fine. If it's one video per month, that is also fine. And guess what? Just tell people that are following you, they will even be anticipating your videos. I think, is it Maraji or I think it was Maraji, like when she first started. We're always just looking forward to our video. When is the next video going to drop? And we knew that it's not going to be every day. But like when it drops, we're happy because it stays like at the standard that she had created at that point in time. Yeah. So I hope you understand what I mean. Don't aim too high. Be realistic with your goals and your standards for your content, your videos, and everything that you want to put out there. And now the last point that I have here is this one. Very important. I'm glad I put it last. Plan tomorrow's content today. So what do I mean? You know you're going to post tomorrow, right? Don't wait till tomorrow to make sure that the post is up or like the post is ready. If you have to stay awake a few minutes or a few hours later, it is so much better to do because then you just start the next day with less of a baggage, less of a mental strain, right? So what I mean is if you want to post your video tomorrow by 7 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., whatever it is, make sure it's ready today. Don't think that, because I'm posting by 6 p.m. tomorrow, I have the whole day. You actually, a lot can interfere with that, right? And then it's just constantly having to think about that is a lot of stress, right? So you can, maybe if you sleep by 10, you can start working on it by 9, whatever works for you. Or if you sleep by 11, just like set that 1 hour apart to work on the content. And then when I say plan it today. I mean, actually schedule it to go up at the time you want it to go up tomorrow. That is the beautiful thing that I am so grateful for with all these applications. You can now schedule all your posts on all the platforms to go live without you being on your phone at the point in time that you want it to go live. Amazing, right? Okay, so now on TikTok, you need to download the TikTok Studio app to be able to schedule your posts. So you have the normal TikTok app on your phone, and then you also download the TikTok Studio. So you can't schedule the post when you post through the normal app. You can only schedule the post when you post through TikTok Studio. Right? On YouTube, yeah, everyone knows you can schedule your posts. So you schedule everything to go up from tonight, right? So for Instagram as well, you can also schedule your posts. Now the issue with Instagram is like there's some features that will not let you schedule the posts that might interfere with scheduling the post. So you might just have to just schedule the post and then come back the next, like when the post has gone up, to now edit it and use those features like a poll, or I think tagging as well, or sharing to your story and all those things. So that means it's after it has gone up that you have to do it. But it's just so much better to have it scheduled to go up, put your caption and let it post by 7 p.m. at 7 a.m. or 6 p.m., whatever time it is you choose, and then just come back and now be interacting on the post on the platform. Because I've come to realize, like, for me that post on like 5 apps, it can take up to 1 hour just to post, because all these apps require that you stay online for the video to go up, right? So you have to be there. But like when you schedule it, it goes up by itself. It goes up by itself, right? So yeah, that is the best tip. Is there anything I'm missing out? Yeah, that's it. So yeah, just plan tomorrow's post today and schedule it to go up without you. It just really gets rid of overthinking and all the stress and everything. Yeah, right? So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If this has helped you a great deal, please don't forget to subscribe. That's the best way you can support me, and it's absolutely free. You only need to do it once forever. You don't need to think about it again. Like you don't need to click that button more than once. Bye. So yeah. So go through TikTok. Wow. Wow. Please don't do that again, Daphna. Where's your cake? Can you go and bring your cake, please? Can you go bring your cake, please? Go get your cake, okay?